in our organization, because we're a global organization, we should act like it, we should look like it, we should represent all of you, we should help all of you in a global manner. And then externally, how can we integrate our entire community together better? That's not just travel advisors, but shipbuilders, suppliers, service providers, ports and destinations, and the other trade associations, not just in the cruise industry like FCCA, which you will see us working much closer with, I promise you, on my watch than in the past, but also with ASTA. I go way back with Zane Kirby and ASTA itself, and I really see a lot of potential synergy there. Charlie's an ASTA member. I'm about to become an ASTA member myself, and I really think there's a lot of work that we can do together to help all of you have your businesses be more successful. And I see that there's great grounds for cooperation there. In fact, I don't think I would have ever started at CLIA back in 2010, my first time around, if it had not been for an ASTA connection. Some of you may know Bill Maloney. He was a prior president and CEO of ASTA. Well, he and I had been golfing friends for a long time, and he invited me out to play a round of golf one day with somebody he thought I'd wanted to meet. Well, it was Michael Cry, who at the time worked for CLIA as a senior executive. And through that round of golf, Michael ended up offering me a job, and I came to work for CLIA. So I really do have deep respect for the travel advisor community, the value you add. You're still 72%. 72% of the bookings, and that number has stayed relatively stable over time. Why is that? Well, it makes perfect logical sense to me that as soon as anybody finds out that I have a connection with the cruise industry, whether it was my first time at CLIA or whether it was when I was with MSC Group for the last 8 years or now that I'm back, people always want to know, what's the best cruise? What should I take? Well, you all know that's an unanswerable question without more questions being asked and answered. You've got to match up the customer and their needs with the right product that's out there. And to do that, you have to understand both. I don't know that an algorithm can ever replace that. I don't think a user interface on a computer platform on its own can ever replace that. That understanding your customer and understanding the product and finding the right match is that key to the high satisfaction rate that customers who book through travel advisors typically report and continue to report over time compared to just trying to do it on their own. And if you don't answer those questions like, well, where do you want to go? How much money are you prepared to spend? How many people are in your group? What's the age range within your group? The types of questions that you routinely ask. That's really, really valuable. And you are by far the #1 distribution channel for the cruise lines. And I think that's really important. You're always going to have an important role to play. And I can tell you on my watch at CLIA, the 67,000 plus of you that are members of our organization are going to get the kind of professional support that you need from us. And we are going to help move together as a group, not just the travel advisors, not just the cruise lines, not everything in between, but if we all move together, we can all be successful together because the interdependency is pretty clear no matter where on the spectrum you lie. And I really think I can add some unique value to that, particularly because my experience outside of the cruise sector as well. And I tend to bring that into relevance whenever it's appropriate with my team. Also, I do want to point out, 50 years for